this great sport. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a four-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The short hands, it's Horton. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's talk about Alabama. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, five-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown time.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quarterback adapted. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets him up. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Makes the catch. It's Coleman. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking for room. It's Robinson. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. Four-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Wants to fire on second down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just
intercepted for the 11th time. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards. But what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced a big interception.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He'll pull it on the read. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing the zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. If he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
Looking for a man. It's Russell. Going for the big play. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. That's a great way to set the tone. You get the lead and you get a nice bounce.
And you know, Reese, you're getting the breaks early. The offense got the break, the tip right there, but those breaks tend to even out throughout a game. But so far, this offense has executed well, and they have the lead.
Slithers into space.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Right back to it. Showing off the arm. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, and they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Lets it fly deep downfield. Give him 6. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Auburn offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Got his man downfield. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Cobb. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The run from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Got the 1st down and still on his feet.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
With the catch, it's Coleman. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. toss to the outside. Got a little space. There he goes. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Really nice run there. No, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They've always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Off play action. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Back to throw, it's Russell. Under fire. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the first quarter will end. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Buys a little extra time. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Rushes on him. Under heat, he gets rid of it. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. They'll give it to the back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the 1st down.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Makes the grab. It's Meadows. Breaks into the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another 1st down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Hill. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the 1st half.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing him. receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Singleton. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a 3rd time.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Alston. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's a heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Auburn sends out the punting unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And the Alabama offense will take over 1st and 10.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the wideout. The give on the inside. Crosses to 35. Hits the afterburners. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Alabama!
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
And your Auburn Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grabbed in the middle. It's Alston. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put...
Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. He's into the open down the middle.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Brings up second and goal.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Wants to go up top. Looking to scramble. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Quick strike through the air for the score.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. We've got a timeout from the kicking team. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, and excellent field position for this offense. three simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, the ground game. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a four-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy...
Turning it on! They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
No first down. That's fine. We got the completion. We had a successful play, and it sets up now a fourth down situation where, yes, I'm going for it.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Alabama will get the first down.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, fourth down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Keep bringing the heat like that, you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. To the air, it's Russell. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it won't make the connection going for the big play.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. 2nd down coming up. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Russell. Immediately fires to the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. That's caught. It's Meadows. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Corner showing press. They want to be physical here. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Well, just nowhere to go there. And it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it. So he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Fourth and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Scanning the field, it's Russell. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
Yeah, that's just a play the quarterback can't make. Fourth down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
Running to Green. Runs through a tackle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Gonna run it. It's Pop. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Auburn lines up quickly. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shug Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
That's caught. It's Fields. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Offense, quick tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
The sure hands, it's Simmons. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The play action fake. Looking down the middle. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Green. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air. It's Russell. He's got it on the move. Hard running there. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it and still on his feet. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown tie. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside.
He's going for the big play. Catch and stride inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Looking for blockers. He's got great speed. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to their physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Wants to return it. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Got room at the 35. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on 1st down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Listen, you can't make every play, you can't cover everybody, but it's really nice when you get the bonus of swatting the ball down and making sure that quarterback doesn't get a completion and doesn't get a big play.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Simmons. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires.
But he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. There he goes. The tag. Touchdown, Auburn. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Miller with the ball. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Now the play fake. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. To the air, it's Russell. Got a man, it's Miller. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to...
Trickery and deception. They snap it to the up man. Breaks into the open. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Horton. Finds a crease at the 20. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. DB's right up on the receivers. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they've built this dynasty at Alabama.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Trying to set up the screen. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. And they're able to make the tackle.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Now improvising. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect, and protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on fourth.
Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They go to the ground. Crosses to 40. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Russell. Quarterback now, breaking the field. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's like a loose bowler, just caroms his way to the 32. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll go right back to him. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. They'll immediately call timeout. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Connection to the right. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Fires to the right. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. It's a draw. Steamrolls his way ahead. Bounced off his feet. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's third down. They're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. It is good. And now they regain the lead.
And I like this offense. They didn't get conservative. They stayed aggressive to go try to get points, and they get rewarded, and they take the lead and the momentum going into the half.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. No reason to risk trying. Field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
This defense is a very well-coached unit, and they're very, very active, and they're very aware of what's going on. Everybody on defense there knew where the quarterback wanted to go with it. Everyone trying to get their hands in the air to swat it down.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going over the top. He's got it inside the 25. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Tiger. And that one will give him the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes that Alabama offense. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Grabbed behind the line. It's Young. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
Back to pass, it's Russell. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we could just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Bernard. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On third and short, the power run here. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do they do right away? Right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time on target. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on fourth.
Man, I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
Pulls and throws on the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bernard. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Wants to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Bernard. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bama! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Hit as he throws. Complete to the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Unloads it left. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job. And you've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. For go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target. You can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Looking for more room.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Touchdown, Auburn. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end.
He's on the loose. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. They'll go back to work on offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll get rid of it. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. This time he's got his man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind him. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Running back searching for a hole. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Fights off the defender. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Now, fourth down.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Auburn.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last two drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Got the back over the middle.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Alabama! They move on top here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cobb. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Keeps looking downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You want the interception on defense, but most of the time coaches are preaching, knock the ball down, knock the ball down. It's not because they can't catch. They don't catch well, but the defender's main job has to be separating that ball from the wide receiver, and usually that requires knocking that thing down as the wide receiver's trying to catch it.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Kick is in the air.
Returner runs out of bounds.
Comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He unleashes a long one. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Tiger. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You can tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Out on the field to go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Going for it all. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Russell. He'll pull it down. There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And this QB is really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. Inside the 45. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Now, listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Alabama quickly back to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown time! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And he puts through the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. From the gun, running back gets to give. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5. Here comes the hurry up.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but, man, did they set up some field position.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Auburn lines up quickly. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Simmons. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Finds his man. It's Singleton. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Simmons. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Tempo in overdrive.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the 4th quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Defense still with a couple of timeouts. They can force the issue, make the offense snap it again as they take a knee on this one. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee on 4th down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. The latest edition of this in-state passion play is bathed in crimson as Alabama rolls to victory over Auburn in the Iron Bowl. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.